I'm your host, Kieran Kyo, and today I am going to review for all of you, all out there watching in on CKTV with the Kyoster here today on YouTube. I'm here to review Wwe All Stars. The game came out last April. It was, of course, widely renowned over the months that passed after that, and the build-up to this game was brilliant. Everybody was so excited for Wwe All Stars. Of course, the E3, of course, where they get together all the gaming companies and preview what is ahead in the year ahead from them companies. And of course, THQ San Diego previewed it the previous June. Of course, June 2010 previewed Wwe All Stars and said they were going to do something beyond that had ever been done before. And their aim was to maybe do a throwback to WWE, to WWF WrestleFest, of course, the arcade game that came out in 1991. Wwe All Stars was that game that was going to be the throwback. All Stars, of course, in the E3 preview, All Stars featured The Rock and John Cena. Of course, John Cena representing the new age of wrestling, The Rock representing the legends. So that threw out the question. That threw out, of course, everyone then started asking the questions. So is it going to feature both legends and WWE current stars? So we all found out after that that the game would feature legends and current stars. The last game that the WWE took out along with THQ and Yuke's of course, the company that makes the actual characters, the Japanese company, and then of course the gameplay system is made by THQ. But THQ, of course, the last one was Legends of WrestleMania back in 2009. Brilliant game. My favourite probably of all time up until the release of WWE 12. That's a whole different story. Of course, this one, Wwe All Stars, was, of course, it captured the old WWF days along with the WWE New Age and a bit of the Attitude Era all together in one game. Great concept, absolutely brilliant concept, but they nearly put it all into one, and they nearly dug themselves into a bit of a rut because of what they tried to capture was all maybe a bit too much. It could be done a lot better, but it would have cost a lot more and would have took a lot more time to get out there to the WWE universe. But of course, Wwe All Stars, as I said, was going to feature legends and superstars. So when it was in the last couple of months before it came out, around January, February time, I became a lot more hyped up for it. Originally, when I saw the gameplay from the E3 convention, I thought, well, it doesn't look that great. You know, it's a bit too over the top. The characters were all beefed out and there were a lot bigger muscles and stuff. It was a lot more, it was nearly beyond arcadey. Well, our arcade, they were trying to recapture this arcade feel from the arcade days, but it didn't really come about that way because it was more all over the top. When you had done a body slam or when you done a power slam, you would see a trail of blue or trail of neon or red, and it was really over the top. But believe it or not, it does grow on you. The game then, of course, the final announcements was happening then in February, March time of 2011. Big announcements every few days. They would release another couple of names on the brilliant roster. It was, of course, the slogan for the game was the greatest matches haven't happened until now. And of course they were pitting John Cena versus The Rock, John Cena versus Hulk Hogan, who then was, of course, announced for the game. The people like The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, CM Punk, along with old stars like Jake the Snake Roberts, Mr. Perfect, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Of course, none other than the big boss man would be DLC on the game. We had Sergeant Slaughter, people like Kane, The Miz, Edge, Mark Henry, R-Truth. A lot of great stars in the game, 43 altogether. And then you had the option, of course, the option to make wrestlers also for the game. Great, very good concept. If you're a fan of summing old school matches, or it's not the game for you really. You can do it to an extent, but there's no old school arenas in the game. There's 6 arenas in the game in total. You have the SummerSlam arena. You have the SummerSlam arena from back in the mid-2000s, 2004, 2005. You have the WrestleMania arena, of a mixture of the nowadays WrestleMania arenas. You have SmackDown from 99, 2000. You have the arena from Raw, the Raw arena from these days. You have the Monday Night Raw arena, of course that is it, yep. The All Stars arena, which is just a made up arena but looks very good, mind you. It's kind of the only old school looking, retro looking arena in the game, but it's not even got the red, white and blue ropes that all the old school fans love. But anyway, that's just little things, but it's big things. If you're an old school fan, you would want them in there. But the game in general, the gameplay is very good. It's an improvement on the gameplay of Legends of WrestleMania. Totally different, but Legends of WrestleMania didn't really have great gameplay for an arcade game. But this game is brilliant for that style of gameplay it has. It's really over the top, it's really wacky, and it's totally different. You can easily turn off the WWE 12 or SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 game, and you can turn on this game and you really feel like you're in a different type of game. It doesn't feel like the same genre. Really, really good game. This is it, of course. WWE All Stars. That is, of course, John Cena and Hulk Hogan, the main they're on the front as the main guys in the game. Of course, Hulk Hogan done no promotion for the game, of course, because he's the leading force in TNA now. He's the organizer, or don't know if he's one of the partners that run TNA. You could say he's not the owner, but he's one of the partners that run it. And he's got a lot of other projects going. Of course, you've got Randy Orton and the Ultimate Warrior, another guy that didn't get involved in the promotion of the game, but of course he doesn't get involved in much these days as the Ultimate Warrior. Macho Man Randy Savage, that was big in this game. The Macho Man Randy Savage made his first wrestling game appearance since Showdown Legends of Wrestling. Now that's big. The Macho Man, of course, came back for this game, settled his differences with McMahon, I understand. Well, I don't know if they settled things, but Macho Man, just on time, came back. Of course, a couple of months after the game came out, the Macho Man was killed in a car crash, which was a very sad thing, of course, for all the old school wrestling fans and for the Macho Man's followers, the fans around the world, and for the family, of course, obviously. Macho Man Randy Savage made an appearance in WWE All Stars. He had, of course, his 1980s famed costume of the orange trunks with white stars. Of course, he's had numerous costumes, famed costumes, and he also has his light green and light pink costume from 92-93. Great game. Rey Mysterio, The Rock, and Kofi Kingston also on the front cover. Of course, on the back cover, you see Paul Bearer and The Undertaker, John Cena and Hulk Hogan in action, and of course, the Giant, of course, Big Show and Evolution is a mystery.